boys except this one that had messed up legs, so we got rid of those. Bought American chinchilla rabbits, which you can see it's the gray one under the cage. But all the other females weren't hardy enough, and he was the only hardy one I had. So I kept him, and I didn't want just one rabbit, so I got these harlequins, and so I kept them for a little while, watched how many babies they had, and they started giving me babies. So as soon as they started giving me babies, I said, you know, I'm keeping these ones. And they give babies to like, they can have up to 12 babies. All I've gotten, my highest number of babies I've gotten was 11. But they do give lots of babies. That little white one in the cage there has big babies, but there's a new one who just had babies, almost a week old. So tiny. These guys are almost a week old. Their eyes,
it's an Asian baby.
Their eyes start to open around 2 weeks.
Sean, bring that up and let him see it. Bring him up a little closer. Let him see it.
Don't touch it.
So they're a week old?
Almost a week old.
Don't touch me.
Go ahead, keep talking. I just wanted them to see it better.
What, Sean? Why don't you explain the hair that's on it? All the loose hair.
The mom pulls out hair to keep them warm. She pulls out a bunch of hair to keep them all warm. That's why there's hair all over.
So she makes like a nest
Yeah,
with her hair to keep them warm.
Nest with hair to keep them warm.
Is the mama in the box?
No, the mama nurses them about 1 to 2 times a day.
You pull them out to nurse them, or does the mama go in there?
The mom goes in. There's entrances in that box, tunnels along to go into the box.
So, Sean, how do you know when they're about ready to have a baby?
I know when they're about to have a baby because they start pulling out hair. They nest for hair, have the babies, and then pull out more hair, put it on them. And so they're all warm. Now, the mama of these is finally being a good mom. She's had 3 litters since I got her. She's had 10 this time. Just there are 10 babies on the rocking thing? 10 babies, yes.
Why don't you get the next ones now, when they get a little older?
Now you can pet these start to
These are over 3 weeks. These are when they're born. They're so fuzzy. I thought bunnies had small tails.
Sean, somebody asked you a question.
Okay, I always gotta wait until they stop. They stop squirming. How big are the babies when they're born?
A little bit smaller than those.
They're surprisingly large.
Are they?
Yeah.
10 of them? So I'm thinking, how do you fit 10 babies?
Yeah.
What's the difference between a bunny and a hare?
They won't hurt. They don't have
They are actually totally different species. They, yeah, we haven't gotten into that with him, but they cannot crossbreed at all. They're, you know, I haven't really studied it at length, so I couldn't give you a simple answer, but there are a lot of genetic differences.
Can I go inside there?
Not right now. Wait till he finishes.
Oh, look at the
Okay, Sean.
And what do? Sell the bunnies?
Yeah, tell them a little bit more, Sean. Do you sell the bunnies?
I sell the bunnies. Why isn't he saying anything?
He will in a minute.
How much do you get for them?
Sean.
Do you sell them for pets or for...
What all are rabbits good for, Jer?
So how are rabbits good for the farm, Sean?
They're good for the farm. They can provide meat, blankets, pillows, dog food, fertilizer for your crops. They're pretty good.
Sean, you said earlier that this is the mama's third litter and she's finally starting to be a good mama. What do you mean? Does it take them?
Well, at first, all 9 of them died because she forgot to bury them. And then
She didn't pull out her hair and make a nest?
well, she went to nurse and then went to eat, forgot to bury them. And it was in the winter.
And they got cold.
Yeah. And then the other one, they only have 10 teats, and she had 11, and so like 4 died.
And is that normal that it takes the new mamas a little while to...
It's not. Normally, ideally, you would pick a good mom and keep it and cull the rest. In our case, we've had a rough time getting started, so we're giving our moms 2 chances. If she loses the second one, she's gone. But in her case, I can't remember the details. I think it was little things like sometimes the babies will stay latched on when mom tries to leave, and she'll drag them out, and then they die. So it wasn't entirely her fault, and we decided to give her 1 more, and she's doing great now.
Sean, how many litters can a rabbit have a year?
About 4.
We generally aim for 4 to 5 to give them plenty of time in between. They can go a lot more, but we're not in a commercial. But the downside is with rabbits, one of the interesting facts, if you don't breed them soon enough, they will actually go permanently sterile. So if you have a meat operation, you have to rebreed them, I would say within about 3 months of their last litter, or you risk them going sterile. Sean, real quickly, why don't you describe the cages versus the free range?
Yeah, talk about those.
Not right now.
Now the cages, we built those just to see, because everybody has cages. So we built those, and then we wanted to experiment. So we let them run around out here, and they're loving it. I mean, they're digging holes to see. They like to roam around, but in cages, you know, they can't do that. So here they're really liking it, and everybody gets it because we're rotating them. I mean, they're out, we put them in the cage. By the time they get weak again, we put them back out. And so they're always getting rotated.
Now you got 4 boxes here on the ground,
Yeah, 4 boxes.
and they're connected.
This side goes to these 2 boxes. It's one straight tunnel, and then it about breaks out like right here.
Yeah.
And then this side are these 2 boxes over there.
For the record, there's about 10 rabbits running loose in this pen. They're all just hiding from you right now.
Well, and when it gets warm, they go underground.
Yeah.
So in the morning, this place is filled with rabbits. As it gets hotter, and in fact, if you look in these doors, you'll see well, you'll see any right there. But,
Well, there's 2 babies.
yeah.
Later, you guys are welcome, as long as JR is out here, you're free to go in and he can show you the actual details that you're interested in.
Are the rabbits and the chickens natural friends?
Yeah.
They don't bother each other?
Pretty much whatever we put in there. We put baby goats in there. We put the dog in
baby
there.
goat. Stumps. Pillows.
Sorry to
These are
interrupt,
funniest
but,
rabbits.
my buddy's coming to
What
pick
kind
me
of
up.
baby goats?
Yeah, so it'll be
Yeah,
in like
let's
15
play.
minutes or something.
So then he whacked him on the head,
So I don't think I'll be getting one.
and he just sat there.
If you want
So then the goat
Oh,
bit
that's
his
okay.
ear,
Oh,
and he just sat
actually, I'll
there.
probably
it would
grab
have to be,
something. I don't
And so
want
yeah,
then
just
the
get
goat
something out of the
stood on
fridge,
him.
because that's
He just
ours.
sat there. These are funniest rabbit. These are funniest rabbit of all.
All right. So the kids probably don't want to do cheese making. So Mike and Daniela, the